So our password is 0. Oops, I already messed it up. 0, 7, T, E, where's lowercase? E04. A bunch of zeros. Okay, nice. A. This is gonna take me forever. 3KA. I think we're gonna have to use the hair clips here, otherwise I won't be able to see, and that's no good. EW. And another W. Alright, let's see if this works. This password also draws Jen's map for her. No, that would be cool. It does give us green hair. It's the same file that I had on Monday, but I've added various suit. So we will have much added protection, thank goodness. And I've added an extra E-tank, and I've added, I think we can hold an extra missile pack, but we only have 10 at the moment. Still no bosses completed, all the same number of doors open, and what else? I think that's it. So here's our map. This is Brinstar, right? Yeah, this is Brinstar. Should I do our save state? We don't need it, right? Because of the password. Weird. We are right here at the start. I think last time we went up to this room to try to figure out where this hallway went, so we can go do that again and see if we die. See how much more powerful we are. Is there anything I should know? Okay. My strategy is to finish a little bit more of Brinstar, and then I think I want to head to Kraid. Is that a good plan? I feel like safe word, you can answer that. Or if maybe there's a better way, a better order to do things. Because Kraid's lair was really hard. Everything killed us. Okay, this game is really cool though. It's grown on me so much. It's so simple. But it's the same, it's like, you reduce all my favorite games down to what essentially they need to be a Metroid, and it's this. Because this is where it all began. You have a map, now all you need is a monkey with red boots. We need Kiki the monkey to follow us into, oh shoot, what is that temple name? It's been a while. Eastern Palace? No. Oh, rip. What is it when it's in the dark world? Why can't I remember? Palace of Darkness, thanks. It's been far too long. Pod. That's why, because I never call it Palace of Darkness. Okay, now we're going up. And then to the right. Oh, I can already... Okay, let me turn my head this way. Except now I'm like way off camera. Look at us climbing so fast! Hammy, how's it going? Welcome in. Okay. It would be nice. What else would we want to have with us before we go into Kraid's lair? I guess more missiles, because then we can kill more of the bad guys a little bit quicker too. Or a better beam. I don't know what kind of beam upgrades we get. I know at some point we get the one that looks like a wave. Health refill? Oh yeah, so we want to pick up all the energy we can before we get there. Toenail clippers? Yeah! Kraid needs a manicure and a pedicure. Now I want to go up and to the right again. Wave beam, exactly. I know we get... I want to ask so badly. Do we get space jump or screw attack in this? Or we just get screw attack? Yeah, no space jump. Right? You can answer that. I want to know a little bit more of what I have to look forward to. Safe word, yeah. Oops. Oh, what did I just do? Screw yes, space no. Yep, okay. Cool, cool. Ah! I keep messing up that jump. And I think, and you don't need to answer this, but I think we get high jump boots. We talked about it on Monday. We get ice beam, but not ice missiles. And I was forgetting that ice was a beam before it was ever missiles. We get ice something. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. We get ice cream, yeah. What do you think Samus's favorite flavor of ice cream is? Okay, wait, let's make a save state though. We'll start on 6 today. Lucky number 6. We talked before about how screw attack was a basic mechanic but got delayed because it's too OP, yeah. Oh, we're already gonna die. Except we have Varia, which is helping us tremendously. I do actually really like the colors in this too. It's so, oh god. Okay, as we die. It's so vibrant. Nice. Oh, this room. Yeah. We came through here. Maggie, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. It's good to see you. You think it would be pistachio? Oh. Oh, we fell. Oh. Oh god. Oh, I see what they've done. Well, that's rude. Can I still get through? No. Not without falling into lava. The knockback from your own bombs is kind of a lot. I have yet to get used to that. Pistachio is a seed and Samus is half bird. Perfect. Oh, I gotta be careful with these bombs! Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die in the tunnels. Can I kill all of these, enemies before I go through here? Samus's favorite? I don't know if Brinstar is any indication. Probably Rocky Road. To get Flamethrower and Thunderbolt. Yeah, definitely. Alright, phew. Somebody drop health. No? Alright. I don't think we ever made it to this door. Here's a door. With a transition room. Statue? No. I think this is where we were when we finished Monday, because it was very stressful. Yay! Health! Okay. Oh, let's hope we can get some health from these without taking a ton of damage. No! Oh god. I'm gonna max out the number of drops. Oh, okay. We can hold more missiles now. I did that with the password too, just in case. Samus is now a Metroid. Oops. Can I get that? I don't think she'd like ice cream. Too cold. Fair point. Maybe just yogurt. Let's go back. And go through again. Please don't get me in the door transition! You evil wavers. Haha! I don't know how to get that without getting beat up. $57 health and 2 empty E-tanks. I didn't see a way to give us a password that just started us out with a bunch of health either. I was looking up ice cream flavors and found Ben & Jerry's has one called Netflix and Chilled. Yeah, they have some very punny flavor names. Oh, I hate this. What is... Okay, safe word. What's a good way for us to farm health? This is not it. This sucks. I just want to get back up to full health. The extra E-tank is worthless if we don't get full health. And we're never gonna go anywhere. I'm not gonna do anything with the playthrough if I'm just sitting here dying to bugs. Farm with a tractor, yeah. This is how we farm. Farming in this, there's no way to like refill your E-tanks without much pain and suffering. You can let them fly a bit past the pipe so they don't spawn right as you get it. I'll do my best. No. No. I do have an E-tank strat for Turian, but not mid-game. There's no way unless you cheat or find an E-tank. Wait, but we have E-tanks. I have to fill them. Oh, right. If we find another one. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, let's maybe do this. Giving me missiles. Okay. Oh, because I'm hitting it at the same... Yeah. Okay. Hit it in that square every time. Not that square. That one. I forgot about the frame drop thing. Okay, we've got one full E-tank! Woohoo! Or 1 and 15. Cheese acquired! This is so much better than what we were doing before, but I'm getting mostly missiles. Let me find a better square to do this over. Once we fill this up, things will pick up. We're gonna be moving through, having a good time, exploring new parts of Zebus. Alright, let's go back and do it again. Siri hates me today. Siri, please! Only 3 more hours until full health and about 12 seconds before you lose it all. Just realized green hair! Yeah, that's because we got I used the password to get the various suit. and I think it was worth it. Okay, now it's not giving us anything. I have a general piece of exploration advice. Okay, I'm down. What is it? Oops. Just seeing this now, but Justin Bailey, Samus hold their arm cannon from below. Yeah. Hey Daxon, welcome in. Prime decided, oops, save stations would heal, and then finally AM2R decided save stations refill everything. I love it. AM2R, we gotta play AM2R. I keep missing this bug. Okay, nice. Oh, I ruined it. I ruined our winning streak of getting health. I keep misinterpreting AM2R as ASMR. Samus ASMR? What would she say? What would the theme for a Samus ASMR stream and/or video be? What would she talk about? How much she likes destroying planets? Talking about, like, a lesson of her solar system and all the different planets and the creatures that are there. Quiet rockets. Just Super Metroid sound effects. Oh my gosh. That could be fun. There's an idea. Have you ever seen one? I know GB ASMR does a lot of specific character roleplay ASMR. She does some anime characters, and who else have I seen? I feel like Amy K has done some specific characters, but mostly she does different races, like D&D races and classes and things like that. Nature Channel where she describes space creatures, yeah. Talk about her dad. I mean, there's also, it's kind of what we do, but not really what we do. There's ASMR videos of just people playing games quietly, but it's usually, who is it that I watch? ALB in Whisperland does Animal Crossing. She just, like, goes around and tours her island and does ASMR voice the whole time. We used to do ASMR on the channel a couple of times. I really wanted to try it out. Because we were, you know, peaceful, wholesome, cozy vibes. Place to relax. We still are, but we don't, like, actively do, sleepy time activities anymore. 2 full E-tanks! Let's get this last one, and then let's save and move on with our lives. Also, I need to update my map. Samus holds a cannon from below in Fusion as well. Can I get this? Yeah. Oops. But otherwise it's from above. That's really interesting. Be roleplay where you are her suit and she's performing maintenance on it. Yeah. ASMR makes me feel uncomfortable. The only one I accept is GameCube controller clacking ASMR from playing Smash. Nice. We did like a charity goal redemption that was vote for an ASMR theme, and it was typing, like typist and keyboard clacking ASMR was one of the choices. That didn't win. We did... What was the other one? The one that ended up winning was cafe, so I made a bunch of drinks like coffee, tea, hot cocoa, and asked people what order they wanted and like served drinks. It was fun. It was something new. And then I think we did it for a follower celebration as well, and I did some crafting, some ASMR coloring and crafting, and cutting paper with scissors, which makes a really cool noise, apparently. That was a favorite. Ooh, this is a good tile right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did we run out of drops in this room? Maybe. Oh, and I missed. Okay. One more time. We're so close to full health. And then the real fun begins. Hooray for farming! I know, I promise it won't be only farming. Oops, just farming. Look at that! We did it! I'm so happy. Okay. Transition room. And now we're in this hallway. Let's see where it goes. Farming ASMR, yeah. Quick save! Woo! I don't know if anyone remembers this, but my point of reference for ASMR is the video from way back in early 2000s called Virtual Haircut, before it was called ASMR. Interesting. There's a game where you play as a power suit the fall. I think I have that game. It's much more towards an adventure game, but playing as the suit felt interesting. Despite competing in Melee, the clacks always annoyed me. It was someone with stereo mic set up and clippers. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Before it was a whole genre. ASMR gives me a weird feeling where I think someone's gonna appear and scream loudly. Oh no! It's supposed to be calming. I have a whole huge ASMR recommendations list in our mental health channel in the Discord because it's something that I listen to that personally it makes me feel really calm and helps me sleep, and it's like worked wonders for helping me fall asleep faster at night. I know it doesn't do it for everybody, but I like sharing that with other people who benefit from it, so we have some really good recommendations in there. Pants, welcome in. How's it going? I did level farming in Castlevania Aria of Sorrow last night. Level 99 wasn't as powerful as I thought, so I was kind of disappointing. Oh no. Oops. Okay, nice. Get full health, immediately get hecked up by whatever this thing is. It's okay. Oh, no! No! I really wish we could crouch. And shoot these without... I'm having trouble, oops, figuring out my bombs. Oh god. Like, how to describe the bombs. Because of the knockback, I'm afraid to use them quite often because I don't know where I'm gonna end up. This thing keeps hecking me up. This thing to the right. Okay, we got it. Let's go. We're going for a missile pack. Nice. Just wondering if you're gonna do Castlevania Symphony of the Night playthrough. We are. I don't know exactly when yet, but it is planned. We have... Wait, how do I do this? We have, Axiom Verge 2. We have... And then Symphony of Night is after that, I think. Is that our list for Metroidvanias? We have to throw Guacamelee and Ender Lilies in there somewhere, I think. But we have, like, we start getting into the 2022 list pretty quickly because I don't know how long Symphony of the Night is going to take us, and I don't know what other Castlevanias we're going to want to play before the end of the year. Yeah. Start the clock 12 seconds? What do you mean? I was referring to farming. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, things are going well, Pants. Welcome. Why can't Metroid crawl? Toon Wolf. Wolf, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Then Prime 2, Other M, all the games. If we do more Metroid, we are going to. I think it's gonna be next year. We will see. I definitely want to do the lore stream. And I don't know what else besides that. I think we're gonna be trying to 100% Dread in the Discord. That'll be our Metroid fix for the rest of the year. Safe word bomb tip? Sure, I'll take a bomb tip. Thank you, Magus. Iga collection? What's that? Wolf, thank you so much for the 7 months. Old school Metroid, yeah. Welcome back to the human race. Enjoy your Earth Badger emotes, your ad-free viewing. We're very glad to have you. I can't believe it's been 7 months. Helps to lay the bomb just a bit away from the wall and get up close to the wall so it pushes you up and over. Can you? You can't drop bombs midair in this game, it seems. Okay, so is this just a dead end? You can, but the timing is funky. Do I want to know whether this is a dead end or not? Do I hit it with a missile? I know there's a lot of secrets in this game. How high up do I have to jump? Iga is the guy that made Castlevania with RPG element with power-ups. Oh, gotcha. So which of the Castlevanias are more Metroid-y and less RPG-y? No pressure to play those, just making a joke like I always do. Oh, you're good, Pepper. I feel like I see and hear it so often that I'm like, I know, we're gonna play them. But, yeah, it's all good.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Let's go, let's go. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Do I want to know, safe word, do I want to know if this is a dead end or not? Is this going to be something that I need to come back for? What kind of a question is that? Since we're here, we might as well get something if there's something to get. Marmike, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Taw, thank you for the good luck. They're not heavy RPG, just simple equipments and weapons. Oh, so you can pick stuff up and upgrade. Okay, okay. Oh, Ta, we're going pretty heavy on the safe word today. Yeah, safe word for the dead end. But I appreciate the yes or no answer. Not a dead end. Okay, fair. I'm doing this jumpy thing wrong then. Ooh, I did get one midair. Look at that. Live end, yes. I have a Nintendo Power Guide for this game, sort of, and I don't remember. Oh, that's awesome. We are playing, I'm drawing my own map, as you can see, with MapCam. And we are using passwords, and we're using save states, but I'm actually enjoying it. I think getting over the hump of the first bit of the game where it's like really aggravating with 30 health, and not understanding which controls you cannot do that you're used to doing from other Metroid games. But I start picking it up. Any weapon can break blocks, not just bombs. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Nice. How high up does this go, though? Do I have to jump and then the block forms underneath me? Map Kim, the next superhero sidekick duo, yeah. Oh, okay. I got hurt in the process, but we made it. Nice. So some of these blocks are breakable with very little to no indication that they are breakable. Am I stuck in here now? We're back! Hello humans, welcome back. I get no warning, no indication that this stream is gonna drop. No dropped frames. Nothing. No delay, my computer doesn't act weird, just all of a sudden. I see you guys saying F in chat and I look up and it says reconnecting. I never know what it is or why. I need to try some things. I need to take some time to troubleshoot, and yet I have not. Oh, the back is better, and dude, we talked about it a lot at the beginning of the stream. We're gonna do a lot of stretching breaks today. I'll try to do some stretching while we're just chilling here too, but it's better than it was yesterday for sure. I was like immobile most of yesterday. We're experiencing some minor technical difficulties. Please stand by and please ignore the router that's on fire. So rude, yeah. I thought we were trapped in this room and that's why you all were saying F. But we're not trapped in here. But what is this? What is this for? Confusion. Do I need to come back here with high jump boots or something? And thank you for the posture check, Pepper, for me and everybody in chat. Can one morph midair in this? No, it doesn't appear so. Sometimes it helps delay multiple bombs. Is it? I'm assuming it's... this wall over here somewhere. But if it's bombable, I should also be able to shoot it? Maybe over here? And just lower down? Ooh, we did a little bomb jump there. Ooh, look at us go! This is exciting. Safe word how to spot false walls tip. Okay, well let me see if I can see anything. No, I don't want to know yet. Not a general tip, but I might take a tip for like this specific room. I want to see if I can pick up on it later. Is it not something on the right-hand side? Is it something in this tunnel? I feel like I can get this. We've been in situations like these before. Where it seems like you're stuck, but you're not stuck. I thought our conversation was just that I can shoot walls and they'll also break, but I'm shooting all the walls in this room and none of them are breaking, it seems. So then it must not be a breakable one, because these aren't breakable, you just walk right through them. I feel like it's a wall that I want to morph through or something. Is there a way to make you... Well, here, let's try bomb jump over on this side. Hey, there we go. See? If you didn't believe in me, you should have. At the wall with your sword, it'll make the noise that it's bombable, yeah. An E-tank? So generous. Ooh, wait, hang on. Don't get excited yet. Ah. I have a lore cam. Yeah, we have the map cam going strong. I love it. Wow, and this tunnel goes on forever. We're over here. And we did E-tank, and we're still going. Does this connect to the hallway where we need the ice missiles? I don't know. What if it does? No, leave me alone! Leave me alone! Okay, I didn't want that health, but we have another whole nother E-tank. Wow, look at us go. Metroid moment, exploration leads to reward. Heck yeah. I wish I had drawn this. Oh well, it's fine. Like one more square up so that we weren't running into the other hallway that we drew. I wonder if this is connected to this hallway, right? And if we go further down, we won't be able to get back up because we don't have Ice Beam. I keep calling it Ice Missiles, I mean Ice Beam. Look, this is the top of this room. I think those are connected. What about F and G tanks, please? The game is very sneaky about hidden passages, and I knew that going into it because I feel like we've talked pretty extensively about how the mandatory invisible tiles are pretty annoying. Whee! Okay, that's pretty cool. This is all connected. Let me just draw a little thing. I don't even have to make this go up so high. It's just right here. Pow, pow, pow. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. We talked about it earlier, but I don't think I got a clear answer. Do we go to Kraid's lair first? Is that generally what people do? Do people go to Ridley first? Does it matter? Is there one that's easier than the other? Squirtle use ice missiles. I mean ice beam, yeah. Kraid first. Okay, cool. We'll go back to Kraid and hopefully do better with various suit and extra energy. I'll try not to lose all my health on the way there. It doesn't matter? Oh, really? There's not one that's, like, decidedly easier? Kraid for speedruns, but Ridley's easier to cheese? Really? Oh, interesting. Well, which are we closer to? I think we're closer to Ridley right now. Not really. Oh, this room is just where we got bombs, I think. Whee! Run, 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 run. I want to confirm that this is where we got bombs. Yup. So, do rooms like this yeah. What do we do over here, though? Nothing. Hang out. Is there one of these in this tunnel that's... No? Okay. Bye! Tunnel was a prank, yeah. Oops. Whee! You can hear me furiously clicking. Oh, come on. That was cheap. You're gonna have to fly back up at some point, right? No? You just stay at this level? Rude. I don't care for that room. Is that like part of one of the layers? What are people's preferences then? If there's no designated way, what do you all usually choose? Okay. Let's go down a little more. I would go Norfair thinking about bosses. Interesting. Redacted. Prioritize exploration and upgrades over bosses. Oh, interesting. Mixed opinions. I love it. If you have redacted, Ridley's easier. Is redacted like supers? What is redacted? Do I want to know? Oh, I want to know, is there... I think we talked about this, but I forget. Is there a gravity suit in the original? Was there a gravity suit in, Metroid 2? I forget. We've been playing a lot of Metroid. It starts to blend together. Stop it! Stop it! Okay. It's a rude heckin' bug. Redacted is flash shift. Yeah, definitely. I don't have a route. I'm just an aimless wander. I love exploring. Nice. Me too, Iris. Normally I don't, but I'm trying to make informed decisions without any spoilers on this playthrough. To expedite a little bit. Although, we are having a pretty good time. The armor helps so much. I kind of wish we'd done this the first day, but it was like a rite of passage to go through the 30 health respawns, I guess. Elias, hi, how's it going? Imagining NES flash shift. Gives me a headache, yeah. Depends on skill level and what stuff you have and what you feel comfortable with. I was just curious if you all had a preference. Like, not with zero respect to my items thus far, anything about my playthrough, if there was one that you preferred personally. Okay, we got better at that room. That was okay. Did you want to know about gravity suit is rhetorical? I think I want to know if it's in this game. Safe word is their gravity suit in this game. Safe word was their gravity suit in Metroid 2 because I forget. Not like, I don't know if it's in Samus Returns or I'm assuming it's in AM2R. Completed NEStroid twice and said never again. Yeah. Flying bugs have a mechanic to them where you figure out they become much easier. Ooh, okay. Personally prefer to gather a lot of upgrades, then to go to Ridley, then go to Kraid. Some people do it the other way around. I did Kraid first, but after fighting Ridley, I realized it could be easier to do Ridley first if you have the right gear. Okay, okay. Makes sense. There wasn't one in Metroid 2. Okay. Cool. Thanks. It's not really spoilers because it's something I did in Metroid 2 and forgot, but then I would assume that if it's not in... If it wasn't in Metroid 2, it wouldn't be in this one. Because we talked a little bit about how, like, the items for this and Metroid 2 are pretty similar. Pretty similar, except they gave us the really cool spider ball. Is there a spider ball in this game? No, because we also talked about how vertical that game is and how the rooms are so big and you get to explore them with spider ball. If you read the manual, I know I didn't read the manual for this. I'll read it after. I'll read it after today's stream. We're back in this hallway, so if we want to go to Ridley, we can. Or we can go see Kraid. I kind of want to go explore. Oh, but Kraid has the Kraid music. Gravity was invented in the 90s in the real world, so no. Lurking and watching makes me want to continue. Dread, do it. I say you figure out how to fight both at the same time. Okay. We're gonna go, I think I'm gonna go to Kraid. This is the blue hallway. Wow. Yeah, I think I want to go to Kraid for the music. And I think we... Oops, there's an enemy there. Okay, this is a speedrun strat. We could benefit from exploring Kraid's lair and getting more stuff, it sounds like. I don't know, there's probably stuff I could get not in Kraid's lair and go get it first and fight Kraid, but we're gonna go to Kraid first because that's what we usually do. That's what we did in Zero Mission, that's what we did in Super. We miss Kraid. And I feel bad after seeing Kraid locked up in Dread. Gravity in 1989, everyone's holding on with grappling hooks. Yeah. If you remove all the... Oh wait, I think undoubtedly one of the favorite aspects of the original is how simple the Zoomer AI is. If you remove all the ground from them, they're just spinning uncontrollably until they have footing again. Yeah, I like the little Zoomers. Whee! I might have missed the door. Or was this the door right here? Oh, this is the door right here, because there isn't another one. Okay, we're cruising. We're making moves. Oh, sorry, imagination. Yeah, I'll try my best. I feel like it comes up, but since we're not playing it, I gotta be careful. Been enjoying Dread playthrough. Thanks, Amelia. I'm glad. It was a fun one. I keep getting a lot of questions of like overall impressions, and I think it was awesome. I just I personally had trouble with controls, and that led to some points where we got a little delayed on boss fights, but really after a certain point we just started flying. Follow your own rules. Okay, look. It's hard for me when I've already played a game to remember, oh yeah, like, not everyone in chat has had my same playthrough experience, or not everyone in chat has watched me play every game that I've streamed. I have to catch myself and be like, oh, we're not playing that game, I probably shouldn't talk about it. But I talk about Hollow Knight all the dang time, and I feel like some of the older games we've played are kind of fair game. What's a Hollow Knight? I know. Non-spoilery way to say it, Dread playthrough may or may not have been fun and some enemies may appear or not, sure. The world and pacing was designed better, then players would have been able to absorb the controls better. Still haven't played Hollow Knight, it's on my list! Nice. The zoomer thing was referred to in Axiom Verge, hack one of the earlier enemies, they just start spinning in place. Fenris, have you gotten to play Axiom Verge 2 yet? I asked you a while ago, but it's been a minute since we talked about it. We're pretty good on health. I can try to kill some of these. Whee! Okay, this should be it, right? Yeah. No, not yet. Okay, I hope you get to soon. Whee! Let's go! And then we'll make a save state at the start of Kraid. Speaking of spoilers, I probably won't be able to watch it. I haven't finished the first one yet. Gotcha. No worries. I know not everybody's been able to play it or finish it yet. Alright. Map for Kraid. This is all I have so far. It's like all of the same repeating hallways on the left. And I don't remember if we've seen that many of the rooms on the right. But we just kept dying, and so we left. Just checking the time, too. Let's test out how this room goes for us. Oh, you're new. I recognize you from other games, but we haven't seen you in this game yet. Oh god. Okay, remember my controls. I want to press this. Oh god. No! How are you supposed to get out of this? Can you morph from here? Those things are so nasty. Oh, frick. Those yellow ones are so fast! I picked the worst room. I can't get out of here? Oh, there we go. I have to spin jump to get out. I want to jump to make them go up so I can go underneath. No, 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 no! God. Oh, we like boosted on top of the item. What if I go this way? Okay, the extra health helps so much. This stupid yellow and green bumblebee is a dang nightmare. Oh, I was trying to go over the item so I didn't pick it up. Wait, I want to wait till it comes closer to me. It's so weird as how you progress into this room. I find myself looking at the mini-map. Oh, there's no mini-map! I know, I wish. I have not drawn my map, so I guess I should. This is the first one. And it goes, and there's like a brick wall, And we've got a missile pickup. It looks like a different missile maybe, but I'm unsure. And then it keeps going. Mostly just audio. Gotcha. Nice. Imagine a bug half your size flying at full speed after coming out of lava acid. Yeah, terrifying. I heard someone say the other day they should remake this game with the zero mission engine. I would be the same. I would also be staring. I would be confusion. Now is this... Okay. Missile pack? Or is this a new missile situation? Or what are we looking at? Oh. Okay, exciting. It only still gives me 2 options to toggle for missiles, so I think we just got more. Oh, they're so dang fast. I hate these things. Nope. Nope, just keep going. There's a door. Go through the door. Yeah. It's storm missiles, yeah. Here's a door. And it looks like a tallway. Which I'm assuming this tallway is connected to all these other rooms, but I could be wrong. I would adore if a game had a hand-drawn aesthetic animated as though a co-pilot on couch was filling things in. That would be great, yeah. Okay. Oh, this is the top of this, so yeah. We're a little lower on health. Should I save here? We'll make a new one, just in case. Oh, I tried to morph in time. Oh, this is connected to 2 of these, but not all of the rooms, it looks like. I'm pretty sure we could have just skipped to the bottom. But sure, we'll walk around in here and get some more pickups maybe. Maybe it'll be worth it for some pickups. This hopper thing takes so many hits if I don't use a missile on it. No. Oh my god, why is that one upside down? Can I tank through this room? Am I at that level? No. Oh, weird. What the heck? Okay, let's not waste them. Well, not waste them all. We still have 15. We've got a lot of them now. So this is back in the main hallway. And this should just be the second one down. Okay, cool. Makes a bunch of loops. We didn't get an item pickup in that area. Shadow, welcome in. How's it going? I probably had different hair. This is only the second appearance of the green wig. I hope you're having a good day. So then... God, was that worth it to lose all that health to go through that little loop? What's on this side? Oh, I forgot I have to use 5 of these. Oh yeah, we noped out of this room, I'm pretty sure. And just said see you later. Oh god. Oh, it's an E-tank! Okay, hang on. I gotta draw the map. More brick walls. E-tank. Excitement. Health loss, knowledge gained, E-tank gained. I prefer the zero mission version of this track, but this version of Brinstar still holds up well. It's good stuff. Metroid and Kid Icarus were my NES go-to games when I was a kid. What were yours? We had an NES, but I didn't play it as a kid. My dad and brother did, and then I mostly played a little bit of the Super Nintendo, played a lot of N64. I played a friend's NES, in high school, and I hadn't played one in a really long time. Actually, it might have been the first time I played it, and I think the game we played was Zelda 2, and walked around and talked to villagers. And I was like, I don't remember this Zelda. I had never seen Zelda 2 before. I was very confused. And some of the dialogue lines were very funny. Can I get this? How far does this... Oops, hang on. Like, if I put one here, can I get up on this ledge? I don't think I can. Not if I don't... Oops. We're doing a test. Oh, but it's not even... No, I think this is it. It's an F-tank, yeah. Oh. Come on, we can bomb jump to it. Ambitious, I know, but we got this. Ooh, that time we did it. Do you think it's worth it? Should we save state? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let me think about this. Oops, I didn't mean to pause. Oh, but interesting, this block on the top is gonna stop me from this neato trick. I wonder if I can... Okay, I think it'll be alright. We don't have to trick shot it anyways. But it would have been cool if we did. Leave me alone. Oops, we got an E-tank and then immediately died to the lava. It's alright, we're doing good. I don't know if this is a dead end. Look at this bomb jumping! Like nothing you've ever seen before. Okay, safe word, is this a dead end? Trying to get it with style, yeah. I thought I was being cool. Okay, thank you. Sick. Let's move on. Let's move on with our lives. A little bit of a posture check, even without the channel points. Okay. Let's do another one. Thank you, JettyX. Thanks for the posture check. Never played Metroid 1. It's a trip. It's an experience. Sometimes pleasant, sometimes not. And I'm glad we're doing this as a community. Wait, am I just trapped in this tunnel forever? How did I get down here? Being able to know it's not some wild bomb jumping exercise is a sanity time saver, yeah, for sure. So there's another way to get out of here? Was that block there before? don't understand. So we get an E-tank just to die a cruel death to that bug? Is there another way out of here? I feel so dumb because now I'm gonna have to figure it out and then we're gonna go back to the save state to get our health back. There's no way I'm not taking advantage of the fact that we just got an E-tank. There's not an exit through the lava. A death tank, apparently. Oh, weird. That like pushed me all the way over. Oh, once you're down here, you have to go this way. Samus, please. Stop it. Okay, but is the exit's to the left? It's where that bug is? Or is it in this room? Safe word. Because I know we can't go to the right. Okay, that was a cool trick shot. Whee! Oh, that wasn't my question though. It's to the left or the right? Or the left or... I don't know, like up or down in this room. I know I came in above it, so I was trying to get back up there from here. Okay, I can see that block now. Link used the updraft. I don't think that applies in this situation. Also, those aren't my words. Those are Zelda's words. But thanks. Metroid Golf. So is it a trick shot from here? Oops. Rip. Yeah! Okay. Let me load our save because I want my health back. Wow, look at all that health! Okay, just be mindful. I know it's really tricky because I'm asking a lot of questions today. Oh, you know what? It's fine. I'm not even gonna say anything about it. I'm gonna try to ask only yes or no questions because I don't like going bit by bit with instructions. That's what, when we get into that, it's dangerous territory of like being walked through something versus giving a hint or like confirming my own assumptions. But this one, we're asking a lot of questions because it's just generally a tedious time to play this. Oh god, I want missiles! I tried to stop and change and I forgot how much I hate having select as the missile button. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna do that until you spawn an item drop. Beautiful. Marvelous. Power grip? I know, I wish I had power grip. Thank you for the yay also. Oh, thanks Eblob. You're good, you're good. I'm not gonna worry too much about it for this game, but we're still using safe word technically. So now we're back in this main hallway. Okay. Alright, we're getting some item pickups from this area. Let's play 20 questions. Is it a rock? Is it an animal? You know what? Let's take our stream break. F? No? I think we're still live. NEStroid in general raises a lot of questions. Yeah. I think we're still good. My stream says we didn't drop. Unless you're time traveling? Is it just you, Magus? Okay, but we get Kraid music again for break. I'm gonna stretch and, I don't know, maybe put one of those icy hot things on my neck. And I will see you all very soon. Thanks for hanging out. This is cool. We're making good progress. Be right back. Welcome back, humans. I hope you had a good break. I hope stream connection was still good. It looks like it was fine. Jumping to get up into channels like that can be hard with little practice. Oh, with some of the controls. Okay, let's jump back into the game. Hello, friends. Here we are. I stretched and I used some Icy Hot. The neck is feeling okay. I was probably gonna do a shorter stream today, and I should hold to that. But I'm just glad we're making progress. Terrible random idea. A Metroid game that starts out with some malfunctioning power-ups at the start, so some power-ups are more finding replacements working as intended. Oh gosh. It seems like either that'd be awful or wait, that might be fun anyway. Interesting. A broken grapple. Okay, so we are still obviously in Kraid because we hear the music. I think I'm gonna go to the next missile door on the right-hand side and see what happens. That's my plan. Wish me luck. These little crabs. Having missiles is helping, and I should definitely pick these up when I see them dropped. Missiles with 50% chance of exploding in the cannon. Oh no, I don't like the sound of this. I don't think I would like it not working as intended. Oh, I don't know if we can actually get up there. Okay, cool. Well, rip to the room across from it then. No, that's where we came out. So now let's see if we can get to the next two. It's over here. Anything? No? Just looks suspicious. Wait, did I completely draw this wrong? I think I jumped down one, and I didn't realize I had, maybe? Oh well. I'm looking at the map and the game is mean. Did I do something wrong with the map, too? It seems like I might have. Oh well. Let's go down here. No, you die. Okay, nice. Maybe we'll get some health from this encounter. Or maybe we'll fall in the lava from this encounter. They're like too fast for me to shoot when they're overhead. Or I'm not quick enough. I think I could do it if I was a little quicker. Ooh. No. I was doing okay. And then I started getting hit a bunch more. Okay. No, I think we're alright to continue from here. This is this room down here. Oh shit, shoot, 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 I went to draw. No, I was just trying to draw my map. Oh, these are awful bugs. Leave me alone. Why are you not respawning? Oh, rip. This is silly. Okay, I guess we're gonna leave it there. Took me 2 hours to notice you're online. Been watching a lot of Super Metroid hacks. Oh, nice. Hey, Angel Lord, welcome in. I know we don't normally stream on Thursdays. I did put an announcement in the Discord, and I changed the video, the schedule tab, but it's a little out of the ordinary. I'm trying to, okay, I want my chair to be in a comfortable spot. I might have to move the mat underneath it because it's preventing me from rolling all around. I was more referring to find the correct random tile to bomb. Oh, gotcha. It feels like goblin engineering. Let's move on. Let's continue. We've never been in this room before. This is a tall way. I wonder if I should move it further to the right like these other ones. It didn't feel like I had to walk very far in that other room though, right? We'll make it a little further. We'll just make it go over here. Oops. Pencil lead. Okay. Back with snacks, cucumber slices. That sounds really good. Randomness is tough, but I was imagining power-ups that still give you access to areas, but in a humorously wonky fashion. That's pretty funny. Okay, this doesn't seem to be doing anything. Like a super missile that makes Fusion Ridley's noise when exploding. Yeah. Okay, nice job annihilating the crabs. So then this is connected to that other room we missed, it looks like? No. Okay. So we're going... Oh god, wait. Pause, because they can hurt me through the door. We're going this way now to see what's over here, I guess. And this was the bottom of this room. Very interesting. That's what my map looks like so far. Haven't played this forever. Doesn't Justin Bailey code give you all power-ups? Normally, yes, but we used a password generator. So, oh, NAR password is the one that gives you everything. Justin Bailey gives you some, like, weird combination of things. We're using one that gives me Variasuit and, like, 1 extra E-Tank and 1 extra missile pack, and that's it. Everything else I did on my own. I'm pretty proud of it. Turismo, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Oh, I want missiles. Okay, nice. This is just gonna, this is like a 1 square room that takes me out to the main hallway though. So yeah, I feel like there's some singular tile that I need to find, right? I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I can say that I've been through all there and explored it, and I didn't see any item pickups yet. So that's something. But we have to do that bottom hallway because... Can we go to the right? Up here? I'm confused. Which red door did we go in? The one below me is open. So did I draw this hallway all in the completely wrong spot? Save for it. It seems like I did. I think the E-tank was the second hallway down, right? I mean, I guess I can see in a second. Okay, yeah. I realize it now. I'll see when I enter this door. Oopsies. Let's undo this. That's an easy fix, though. And thankfully, Kraid's lair seems like it's super... So far, the layout is, like, incredibly linear and obvious and direct, so... Ultima, hi, welcome, and thanks for the hello. Your evaluation makes sense. Appreciate it. Let's go! Okay, I actually... Oop, no. I want missiles for that one hopper enemy. How come they can shoot me through the door and I can't shoot them through the door, huh? Oh, nice, I got it. Oh, I kind of want it for this bumblebee, too. Get the item first. Deal with the bumblebees afterwards. They're everywhere! Oh. Okay, I want that. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't. I'm gonna pause. This was a missile tank, and then it looks like we can keep going. So let's keep going. But maybe let's save first. Oh, we don't have very much energy. Kraid likes to stay organized, apparently. Sure. I can farm in here, right? I think this would be a good place to farm. If I can do it right. Oh, they're so heckin' fast. This one's okay, because there's not that many other enemies around, I guess. Oh, I didn't morph in time. We're gonna be here for just a second. Get a little health, get a little comfier with our health. You know, take care of your health, take care of your body. Oops. Don't like that. Overall net gain on the farming. Whee! I'll try to get to this one filled, but they drop 5 at a time, which seems like... It just never seems like enough. It's so odd how NES memory complexity limitations led to opting to decline gifts at times, yeah. I'm like, no, I don't want that pickup, because it means the enemy's gonna come back. Strategic decisions stemming from technical problems, yeah. Metroid Samus farming coming to Nintendo Switch. We could have played this on the Switch and we would have had Rewind. Alright, I think we'll leave it at that. The Morph Ball being a result of animators not wanting to animate a crawling innovation. Why can't Metroid crawl? Oh, goodness. So now where is this gonna take us? Oh, don't you dare hit me through the door transition, you evil, evil bug. Gross. Here's a tall way. I kind of messed this up. Pretend that goes to the end over there, okay? Okay. Item drops are still enemies. Yeah. Stay away from me, items. Oh, this is new. Look, there's like a whole nother... Okay. I realize I'm using E for elevator and for energy, but we're going to ignore that. Also, this hallway should not be that tall, but I don't want to run into this in case it goes really far to the left. I'm prepping ahead. Bugs have wave beam. I'm late, but now that I'm here, it means an uncontrollable stream of chat jokes. Hope the hallways have been treating you well. Hi, Yonk. Welcome. How's it going? Is this the top of the room even? Oh, I probably shouldn't make it that tall if that's not the top of the room. Shoot. Oh, I keep breaking my pencil lead. Too much power. Why is that block green? Any particular reason? I guess I'll find out later, maybe? Is it trying to show me something in the wall? Just finished an Animal Crossing song cover for career practice. I was like, I want to catch the stream. Green Wing comes with +2 strength bonus, yeah. This is a very tall way. It keeps going up and up and up. No doors to the right so far. Bendicium pencil lead. Space algae. It's moss, yeah. I like it. There's another one? Wait, now I'm losing count. Oh dear. I'm glad I made this in the middle of the graph paper. This area is huge! Oh, that is the top of the room. Okay. So do we start from the top? I guess it's nice that these crabs are out here because you could get a little extra items and energy, maybe. Wait, was this block not green? Am I seeing things? I don't think I can get on top of it yet. All the rooms look the same. Green block seems suspicious, but in the age of NES, it's so hard to tell if it's a coincidence, yeah. Safe word random green blocks. Well, I mean, is it insignificant? Because if it's significant, I feel like that's up to me to figure out. But if it's insignificant, I feel like that would lead you to be like, hey, do you want to know that it's insignificant? The meta of the safe word is no joke. I'm always like, wait, if someone's asking if they can give a safe word tip, what does it mean? Oh god, this is so confusing. Now I'm lost. It looks like we came out here and we're just in another, like, vertical hallway like this one. I'm assuming it's just some color thing. There's I don't know. There's something about the NES that makes some of the blocks green or something. Look at these crabs freaking out. Oops, oops. I don't think I'm lost, but this makes me think I'm lost because it looks exactly like all the other rooms. And this is gonna look exactly like the other rooms. Oh, it's gonna hit me in the door transition. Okay, whatever. And these are all gonna be... Oh, see, I did want to make that one higher up. This is weird. You would be correct. Sometimes in a row of tile loads, it doesn't get the color right. Gotcha. Gosh darn limitations. And then look, it stops just below. I didn't draw this right, but here, we can move the elevator room down one. And this comes down here. And then goes across to this room. And this goes across to this room. And this goes across to this room. And that's the top. Okay. Strange. So do I want to go through all these? I mean, I have to go through at least one of them. Oh, didn't we farm here before? No. God, I hate the stupid bumblebees and the ceiling enemies. We're losing all of our damn health. This is dumb. So is there anything in this whole section? Let's go down now because we just did this, and now we're gonna go back through here down this tallway. I wish I hadn't gone up there. Because it just drained our health and made me sad. I love the music of Kraid's Lair, but this is just a bunch of the exact same room over and over again. Okay, but it's been fun to do some bomb jumping. I'll give it that. For no reason. And this takes us back to the room that we picked up missiles. This is back to here. So do we think there's something in this hallway that I skipped over? Maybe. And then I can't go through either of these two. So what do we do next? Kraid wants me to get stuck in a loop. I feel like I should get some more health. I was so good at conserving my energy when we had only 30 energy, and now I've become reckless. Well, to be fair, the enemies hit a lot harder, and there's a lot more of them. The more you play, the more it makes me realize how much new stuff they added in Zero Mission, even regards to Kraid Lair. Yeah. I don't remember Zero Mission that well. You know what I remember about Zero Mission is the dang unknown items and how confusing that was for my tiny brain. To be like, wait, I got an item without a description and I can use it immediately? What does this mean? Oh, that was weird. Item incompatible with current suit, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I can't use it then. Haha. Okay, I want that. Oop. No! Let's see how many hits. I don't think I've killed one of these with just my beam yet. Okay, this is getting dangerous. No! Should we hang out here and farm again? I don't want our whole playthrough to just be farming. I feel like that is the science of, not the science, but like that's Metroid 1 is farming. I didn't mark this. Where did this take us? Oh, I don't know. It was definitely a curious experiment on their part. Adds an interesting payoff, but at huge cost of confusion. Farming is fun. It's fun sometimes, but this is why I go to Norfair first. Yeah, I see it now. Like, it takes so much longer than farming in Super or... I don't know. You have to work really, really hard to farm. I feel like farming is usually go into the room with all the pots, smash all the pots, and leave and come back in. Oh yes, Angel Lord, I know it well. It's happened to us many times. Kraid bugs hit so hard. And we got a whole nother heckin' E-tank, and it's just depressing. And I feel like we're lost now, too. I'm a little turned around. Oops. Nice. Oh, I think we're gonna die. I feel like I should just go back to our save, even. Because I feel like we've gotten no progress other than drawing the map. Let's do that. Let's load our save. I don't love that as a joke, E-Blob, but I understand where you're coming from. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out what room this is. I'm probably still lost, though. So was this the bottom of this room here? I think so. I don't think this went further down. And I went left to try to get back into this hallway. Moon Harvest? Wait, what? Harvest Moon? I love Harvest Moon. Plants grow for 6 months. Nothing I can think of that would be more fun. I don't know. Either Fiona caught a plane to MD or her GPS tracker is malfunctioning. Fiona, come back! I'm so oh god. Just blowing everything up with missiles at this point. Metroid farming gave me Slime Rancher. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I don't know when exactly it's supposed to come out, but I'm really pumped for Slime Rancher 2 whenever it does. I miss Slime Rancher. We should play it again soon. I haven't, because they do updates for it for holidays and stuff. It's real cute. Oh no. Stop it. I'd rather just walk through the lava. Frick! Stop it! I don't want to kill any of you. I just want to get back to the damn elevator. I feel like this game rewards you with purely, like, self-satisfaction. That is your only reward for playing this game. Like, you get to be like, oh, heck yeah, I played Metroid. I beat Metroid. You don't... Anytime I feel like I'm making progress, my progress is like, wow, I sure mapped a lot of that area. I mean, yeah, cool, good for you, Jen. But did it help you get through the game anymore? Not really. It didn't give me any items. Frick off, you frickin' bugs. Dude, boy, orc boy, welcome in. You got to come in right as I'm raging. Thank you. I'm loving the green hair. It's been fun. I don't want to kill any of you. I just want to get back to the elevator. Me at the Manhattan doctor's office. Yeah. Don't diminish mapping. Zebus is the main opponent. Yeah. The reward is a bug to the face and a password. You did your beard, Greed. Nice. We are now what I think we're back in the main hallway. I think the only thing I didn't map was these two hallways down here, which I don't know how to get to. And this hallway up here, which now I remember we were trying to go back up to, and then I lost a bunch of health and got discouraged. So, do we go see... Okay, we're getting... Look, my shirt literally says, explore Zebus, okay? Let's go explore and see a little bit of Ridley's lair before we give up this game forever. I don't know about forever. Let's make it like a channel goal to revisit and make more progress. I can only do it bit by bit. I can't sit down and play this game for long periods of time. I get too enraged. Nar password channel goal. Heck yeah. Doing a Justin Bailey run? No, we're doing a casual run. I used the password that gets us just the Justin Bailey skin from the very beginning, and then I added, with the password generator, I added the various suit and some extra health to like help me through, because it's real hard. Zelda 2 is a Metroidvania with an overworld, yeah. This is the real Dread, yeah. Thank you for the posture check. I know, I need to do a little bit of a quick stretch too. Thank you, Eblob, I appreciate it. You don't seem all that enraged. Jen enraged just very tame, I think. I feel like I get salty and it's really not terribly bad. Thank you for thanking the mods as well. We need to add more channel point things too. I don't have enough variations. I was thinking of maybe like a wig one for a lot of points for a wig appearance on stream. Since I have them, I might as well use them. We have so many wigs now. If this is rage, it is quite mellow for rage. When I get salty, I get really salty. Thank you for the hydrate too. From all the rage. We have a couple of bit emotes that you don't get to see very often because they're still very new and not many people have accumulated them. You've seen this one probably more often, which is when we do the sound alert that's me going heh heh heh. But we also have this one for some rage. Gen the 3, seriously. Gen the 3, heck. We voted on the name and seriously ended up winning. It was also nearly Gen the 3 WTF. Oh, Tefu! There you go. Thank you so much for the cat cameo. Let's bring a cat in to say hi for a little bit of calmness. Fiona's now home. Welcome home, Fiona. You had a long journey. Forgot that channel points exist in Awakens gamer hoarding. We need to come up with some... You know how you can do the long-term goals? Maybe we should set a long-term goal for doing NEStroid again. For our next revisit, we have to hit like 1 million as a channel or something. Gen Enrage was SAX fighting Gen... Yes! Gen Enrage, Gen defeated and like, I don't want to do this anymore, was starting the first SAX attempt because I was like, I don't want to do this. I want to keep item hunting. Why are they doing this to me? And then we got used, and then we got better. By the time I came back next stream, it was so much better. Come to think of it, it's 000000020000020. It doesn't have the same ring to it as Justin Bailey. Yeah. For those who like math, how fast did you have to travel to go 352 miles in 6 minutes? 58.7 miles per hour. Nice math. All right, cat cameo. Let's do this. Okay. Music calling queen. Phoebe. Thank you, Otafu, for the cat cameo. Here's a very sleepy Beatrix. She still has to wear the cone. For those of you that don't know, BB or Duncan, my two cats, she has been having some health issues. Lately it's skin issues, and she's been picking at her skin a lot. So she has to wear the cone so that she doesn't pick at it. But it's looking okay. It's getting better. I think it is sadly gonna have to be more of a long-term thing because she's just got so many spots that are irritated, and she's got so many lumps as well that I think she just doesn't know what to do with them. She's like, what are these lumps on my belly? Get them off. But we'll see. She's doing great. She's cuddly and energetic. She was sprinting around the house earlier, so that's probably why she's tired. Phoebe, what do you think of the green hair? Yeah, it matches your green eyes? Hello, precious floof cone. Everyone says hi to you. They love seeing you. Do you like the Kraid music? She's like, I don't know how to feel about it. Does Kraid have treats for me? Hi. Hello. She does so good with these. Here, let me scratch your neck. Oh, yeah. Alright, thank you for the cat cameo. I'm gonna let her go. Chill. And we'll pull this back up. And we'll continue. We'll go back to the elevator. What else were we talking about? Oh yeah, Justin Bailey or Narpassword all upgrades run. I don't know. I don't know if I could pull it off. What am I most looking forward to in this game? Yeah, I'm assuming your beam gets way, way, way stronger, right? I'm most looking forward to getting a stronger beam that kills enemies quicker and or more missiles, so I don't have to worry about just killing all the enemies with missiles. At some point it would be nice to not feel like I'm running out of health every 2 seconds. Beam gets moderately stronger. I look forward to Screw Attack. That seems like it'll be fun. I feel like we've already heard the best music in the game. I don't look forward to Turian at all. I don't look forward to the Metroids. They're gonna be a disaster. I was watching, I think, not a let's play, but like a shorter review video. And the Metroids are just like, you better not let them touch you, otherwise you will die, which sounded terrible. Looking forward to a better game! Okay, but there's nothing quite like the classic. That's all I have to say. Zero Mission is the classic. It's considered now the classic starting Metroid. I'd be interested to learn maybe where some of the hidden items are in Brinstar, some of the like early areas. This is a game where I'm glad it lived on to sequels. Yeah, definitely. Oops. The enemies regenerate so quickly, too. If they go off screen, you think, oh, I already killed that one, and you walk back and it's there again. Some good ideas, but needed significant refinement. Yeah. Go up from here and to the right. No, I meant to jump over you. I really should be bombing all those zoomers because I could use the health right now. Is it really this far up? Did I miss it? I guess so. It'll be a one square transition room, and then not the bubble hallway, the tallway, the yellow tallway. The lack of clues for some things was especially bad in this game, yeah. I get it, was Nintendo first Metroid, it's gonna have its faults and shortcomings that were improved in later games. Absolutely. Oops, I almost jumped right on top of that. They made such a cool concept. I don't know, there's nothing else like it. There's especially nothing else like the original. Oops. This is the room we want. SNES was my first console I ever had, but if I had this instead, I would have still played the heck out of it because there weren't many better games. Yeah. And to make the main character female in the 80s, a very bold choice in my opinion. I was reading, or maybe it was a video one of you sent, that there's like a lot of inconsistency in the advertising for the original Metroid of Samus being a man. Like, or the manual refers to her with he, him pronouns a bunch. Is that true? Where did I read that? But obviously if you play and get to this point, you know, I mean, maybe not obviously, but later we are firmly she, her pronouns for Samus. Oops, that was close. I heard that too, but I think it was intentional to surprise the player. Oh, interesting. Everyone assumed Samus was a guy because they didn't know any better, including official marketing. Yeah. That's true. It was a big reveal to discover your hero was a woman in the 80s. We still need to keep going to the right to get to Ridley. I'm sure, you know what else is wild? Is not having a map or not drawing a map, because this has been pretty pleasant. I have not felt that lost, save for in Kraid's lair, because all the rooms look the same. I've felt like pretty sure of where we are because I've been drawing my map, so I know a lot of people are like, oh, this game is trash, but I don't think everybody makes an effort to figure out where they are and where they're going with, like, by drawing it. It helps. It helps the experience a lot. Back then it was intentional to keep it a secret. Oh, nice! The manual thing's in English, error in Japanese. Oh, yeah, okay. They refer in gender-neutral words. Yep. To be fair, this game and some others in NES were quite ambitious for the time. If that ending were done today, there would be so many YouTube rage videos. Hey, Mr. L, welcome in. The game suffers from copy and paste-itis. Alright, we're gonna explore here for a little bit, and then I think that'll be it for today. Let's get my Ridley map. With the old password on it. My Norfair map, sorry. It's not Ridley. Wait. This game? Oh, no. I feel like I looked it up. We have Brinstar, Kraid, Norfair, Ridley, and Turian? Is Kraid just one area, but Ridley has, like, Norfair and Ridley? You can, safe word, we can list how many areas of the map there are. I think we already did, I just forgot again. It's mostly due to constraints of the system. It does what? Not so much copy and paste as the system have, well, okay, yes. Yeah. Ridley is essentially lower Norfair, but Kraid only has one area. Brinstar depths. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right, we talked about it. So now I need to go left and into a scary tallway with very little health. Ugh. Ugh, I came into this without stocking up. Not stocking up. How's my aim? Do any enemies... Oh, the popcorn room, that's right. Do any enemies start dropping more health, or do we pretty much drop 5 health? That's like our go-to. It seems like our go-to. Drop 5 health, chew 5 gum. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice! Some enemies can drop 20 health. Where are they? I want to talk to them. NEStroid manual calls the areas mini-boss hideout 1 and 2. Come to think of it, there was a neat modern game made to run on NES that had fantastic explanation of how they managed to compress the game down. Let me see if I can find that. That's cool. Oh, more popcorn. Ooh, I don't remember you. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, rip. Password system. Yeah, Mr. L, we made our own password. We use the password generator to customize it. It's really cool. I watched a small video and an explanation in the Discord yesterday about it. Can alter and break things they didn't intend. Mm-hmm. Micro mages? Is that the game? Password is password. The safe word is safe word. Most drop 5, I think, but a few drop 20. Okay, I need to... No! I hate it. Can I go through this? No. We figured out how to get past those last time, but I'm just not doing a good job of it. I'm gonna use all my missiles on this one enemy. Heck. I literally did. Have you seen the Dread art book scans? No. No, I have not. Oh, I remember this tallway because of the bubbles and the blocks, and I didn't like it, and we left really quickly. We've never been in this room, I don't think. Popcorn, stop hurting me. More popcorn. Oh, I got hurt. Oh, and I jumped immediately into the lava. Good strat. Yikes. What are you? It looks like there should have been an item here. Okay, but this is farther than I've gotten before. Find some on the fan site. Huh, cool. I need to do more 100%ing in Dread before I start looking stuff up, because I want to try to get more of the art. Okay, well, this was kind of a unexpected dead end. Norfair popcorn would probably be burnt, yeah. Should be a missile tank there. Oh, it's probably the one I gave myself with the password. Okay, is this a dead end with the bubbles? Safe word. Because it would make sense to be a dead end if there was an item here and I already got the item. Thank you. Okay, cool. Dead end. Trav, welcome in. How's it going? Dang, so then the only way for us to go is... Oh, I didn't do any save states in Norfair. RIP. No. I don't have any more missiles. I made bad choices. Going well, just got home from work. Glad I was able to catch some stream. Me too. We are probably gonna end soonish because of my back problems, but we had a lot of fun today. Post a link to Micromage's compression video in Zeep since it's applicable to Metroid. Nice. Thanks, Austin. Posture check for me. Posture check for chat. I'm feeling pretty good still, actually. I'm gonna take a break after stream and get away from the computer and then, I don't know. Probably watch some more Star Trek. I finally watched the pilot of Next Generation. I put it off for this long, and boy was it different than like everything else I've watched so far. Can I not get on top of this bubble? We're gonna die here. I can't step on this and then morph quick enough. Okay, well, this is dumb. I think I'm stuck here. I think we live here now. You know, I secretly play NEStroid offline and all-nighters. No way. If there's anything I'm playing off stream lately, it's The Witness. Star Trek pilots. It was so different. Oh my gosh. Let's see what this Galaxy class starship can do. What was I most appalled at? I don't know. Oh, the funniest thing is Picard being like, I hate children. And then seeing Picard and Riker meet for the first time is really weird. And seeing Wesley like go on the bridge for the first time is also really weird. But Picard hating children takes the cake. I'm like, no, you do okay later on with them. You sing with them. It's really cute. Oh goodness. DS9 has the only good pilot. I'm so excited for DS9. I haven't started any of it yet. We watched the Tribbles one and that's it. This immediately gets me completely sidetracked from the game. I'm like, let's talk about Star Trek. I've been watching Next Generation. I watched a good chunk of original series. We watched 2, 3, 4 for the movies, the original series movies. And then Star Trek not First Encounter. First Contact. That's it so far. Cherry picked the Mighty Triple episode, preposterous. Cherry picked a lot, skipped a lot of episodes. We did watch Crusher's Affair with a Ghost. It was great. Oh, this is the end of this hallway? So where else can I go? It's because Roddenberry was against future humans acting like humans. Next Generation's your favorite. It's really good. I'm quite attached. I'm a big Data fan. Oh, that was also really painful in the pilot episode though, is Data being really dumb. See what you actually want to be doing, Metroid or Star Trek? What do I really want to be doing with Metroid next? I mean, if we're gonna just hang out and chat more than I play, and it's less stressful to be dying a lot because I'm enjoying just chatting, I don't mind that. I think I'm excited for a break. I'm excited to try to 100% Dread. That's gonna be really fun. I'm a little excited about, and I say this very cautiously, I'm getting more and more excited for Prime 2 because we talked about, there's been so much discussion about how we wish there was more lore in Dread about the Chozo, and I'm like, yeah, Prime had all the good lore. It had all the good reading and stuff. But I don't have a good way to play it yet. Just wait till Up the Long Ladder. Up the Long Ladder. Hope you aren't Irish. No. Well, a little bit, actually. Coming across my mom watching Star Trek, sitting down to join in, are great memories. She watched, like, all the old ones a few years ago. That's so nice. Sub Rosa is the place with all the gifts, right, Semi? Mom and I cringed every time Star Trek season was, like, the fighter pilot opening theme, the dude protagonist forgot his name. That enemy did drop 20 health? Oh, heck yeah. Good. Cautious excitement about Prime 2 is the appropriate feeling. Okay, it was ladder. Prime 2 can only be attempted if you have hunger for it, so much that I would recommend now holding yourself to a strict schedule with it if you start it. Maybe I'm just... Okay, so what games do we have left? Maybe I should get more excited about AM2R. Would that be something that I should get more pumped about? And less cautiously pumped about? Subros is the name of the... Oh, Dr. Cruncher. Yeah. AM2R can wait. Okay. I trust you, Otefu. I don't know. I think I'm mostly excited for our break. Our break and 100%ing Dread. I'll leave it at that. Look, like, learning Dread Shine Spark seems like it's gonna be really fun, whether I have to look them up or not. Oh god. Just go past this enemy. The more you play other Metroids, the more you like AM2R. There's a big texture update. So which other Metroid should I play before AM2R? Samus Returns. Isn't that the only 2D that I have left, is Samus Returns? That's it. I wouldn't mind if you had to end early for your back and stuff. This has been really fun. Yeah, thanks, Yonk. The Wesley Crushers. There's a big texture update on the horizon. Nice. The only thing I'll say is Prime 2 is harder than Prime 1. Not gonna spoil. Oh yeah, I know, Pepper. We've talked a lot about the differences between Prime 2 and Prime 1. And all the things that I hated about not hated. Hated is a strong word. All the things I disliked the most about Prime 1 are even more intense in Prime 2. So maybe I'm getting excited and then I'll end up really not liking it. Oh yeah, the dang cloud room that we went all the way through. I don't know how... Okay. I might stop here. I don't know what other exploring. So when we went through here before, I don't know if you can see my map very well. We went along this hallway, and it looked like I needed high jump boots to go up. High jump boots or ice beam. Is that not the case? Can I go up there? Otherwise, we went down this way, and there was a room that looked like I definitely needed ice beam for. Can I go through one of those, or is there like a bombable block somewhere that I missed? We can turn off safe word and do some general guidance for where I should go next in Norfair. Samus Returns and the remaining Prime games are good ones to do next. So should I do both of the Prime games before AM2R? Wesley and the Crushers is my favorite band. What about pinball? I want to play pinball. Let's play pinball. Hoping Prime 1 remaster rumors are true. Yeah. BB is meowing at the door too. I am looking for guidance as to where to go next in this game. Otherwise, we're just chatting about Star Trek, Metroid, cats, anything else in life that we want to chat about. Prime Pinball's a ton of fun, yeah. I've heard good things. And we have a lore stream. I'm excited about our lore stream. I don't know when it's gonna be. Maybe after Axiom Verge 2, or if we end up postponing Axiom Verge 2 again, we could do it before we start. We could do it maybe Monday. You're close to 2 significant upgrades. So, but my question is, where else can I go in Norfair? It seems like... Not that I know where you are specifically. Oh!
Desire for knowledge and for new opportunities to improve itself.
Thank you, Austin, for the 99 bits. I appreciate it. Thanks for the data and cats alert. It's perfect. Ooh, I knew that was gonna hit me and I did nothing to stop it. Okay, this is not gonna end well. Oh, can I not get up there because because I can't ledge grab. I missed it, but Otefu is right. DS9 has a best pilot, such a low bar. The tallway on the right of your map has a secret at the bottom. Okay. Is that the only place I can go? I'm convinced that the other two paths I've found you need Ice Beam for. Okay. Thank you, Magus. I appreciate it. I know this is so out of the ordinary for us. I don't like asking directly where to go, but I don't mind it for this game. Keeps things interesting. Oh, I don't think I can survive if I walk down here this whole time. You don't lose that much health to the lava. It's okay. And then I can just get it by shooting these little hedgehogs. Look. That's not so bad. Beer Ice, welcome in. How's it going? I didn't know hating on Wesley was a thing till I went to a bachelor party where we played TNT drinking game, had to drink anytime Data didn't understand something, Worf makes a suggestion, no one follows it, Riker sits down, Picard adjusts his top, or anytime anyone at the party shouted, "Shut up, Wesley." That's so good. I approve. We just did, Data not understanding or Data being stupid is a good one. Picard adjusting his top is a good one. What about Riker sitting down with the weird swinging a leg over the top of the chair? Does Justin, I mean Samus's suit color change when you pick up Varia suit? It does, yeah. Well, so I already have Varia suit, even though I shouldn't, which is why we look like this. Before, on the stream on Monday, I was a redhead. We didn't have the green hair yet. Riker maneuver. All of your progress is kind of gated behind a random hidden breakable block. Makes sense. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Is the random hidden breakable block in... Is there one in Brinstar? I guess I shouldn't ask. If it's not in Brinstar, I don't want to know where it is. Troy says something useless. Oh, I love Troy. They do Troy dirty way too often. That's another thing about the pilot. You don't get to see Troy using her Betazoid-ness like that intensely ever again. You don't see her cry like that ever again. That was cool. Not cool seeing her cry, but seeing how much they relied on her powers. People taking a dislike too far. With Wesley, I don't like Wesley either. I like Will Wheaton. I don't like Wesley. But I guess, I don't know how far people take it. It's a funny story about why Riker sits like that. I've seen the YouTube in my recommended before. I haven't watched it yet. There's like 10 reasons Star Trek characters have the quirks that they have or something like that. Oh, I said I didn't want to know where it was if it wasn't in Brinstar. Oh well. I would have never known where to go in this game if it wasn't for Zero Mission. Even as a kid, I dislike Wesley, but it's very mild. So, and my first encounter with Wesley, since I skipped the pilot, was the drunk episode, and he's real bad in that one. It's a very bad first impression. Ah, there it is. Now that I see this, I feel like this is the first time where I'm getting a much stronger Zero Mission flashback. But it hasn't been super strong yet. It just looks like the background, you know, the NES-ness of it makes it not, as recognizable to Zero Mission. I loved Naked Now. Is that the name of the second one, the drunk one? The episode was ridiculous. There were parts that I liked and parts that were just no. But I didn't like Wesley in it. When I first saw that block on a map, I was all, how the heck was I supposed to figure that out? Bomb every block in the whole game. That's the only way. Yeah, that's ridiculous. He does get 1 or 2 good episodes. I can say that much. They're outside season 1. Oh yeah, I've watched pretty much, like, cherry picking through all the way up to 7. So there's one where... Oh, the one where he, like, goes on trial. I had so many things to say about that Academy episode, because they treat it so weird. But I like that it's a Wesley in a different light, other than, like, the Prodigy Child episode. And what's her face? Who's the... God. The other, Academy student who comes back later as an ensign in the Lower Decks episode. I like her. It's canon that she lives. God, we're going so far with this. Ceto, I always forget Ceto's name, I'm sorry. Please drop 20 health. Please don't spit at me. It looks like that seahorse is gonna spit fire at me. I'm not mapping any of this. We went down here, and then we went over here, I think. We're pretty deep in the lore, yeah. I'm not even that deep. This is just me recapping, like, random episodes out of order. Oh, these hit so hard. Oh, I don't have any missiles. I have 2. Whee! Okay. Jump here. Jump here. Whee! Missile. Yeah!
Yes! 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 Yes!
Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Have you heard the term growing the beard? It's the opposite of the term jump the shark. It means the moment a show finds its feet and gets good, referring to TNT when Riker grows the beard and coincidentally the writing got better. I love that. I've never heard that before. It's supposed to be spitting? Oh, I'm glad it's not spitting at me. We lucked out. The RNG. Are we getting good RNG? These eye blocks are cute, yeah. Robert Duncan McNeil was also good in that episode. Who is that? I don't know that name yet. I should. Time for Star Trek trivia. Please name this character who shows up in 2 episodes. Good RNG when loading the room. Yes! 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 Oh, I should have had my... Oh, I don't have any more missiles, that's why. Don't trap me down here! Samus, no! Ooh, I could've... Can I damage boost off of you to get up? Yes, I can! We're not dead yet. I don't think it's fully hit its stride till season 3, but 2 is better than 1. Is Tom Paris in Voyager? Ooh, okay. The bad guy cadet. Oh, yeah, okay. I know that he comes back in DS9, or Voyager. I haven't watched any Voyager. Not as the same guy, but the actor comes back. Damage boost me out of this room. Send me to the door. We did it. Another tallway. Where are we? Is this all the way over here by the other tallway? I don't know how long this was supposed to be of the hallway to the tallway. I don't know. I'll make it here for now and see where that leaves us. This is getting good. Rumors are they wanted to use the character but changed him to Paris as they didn't want to pay the original writer. Ooh. Wait, this does look like that other room. But then that's because all the rooms look like other rooms. Oh! Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, let's go. This is a bad idea. When did we save last? But, okay. Ooh, cool music. Ridley's Lair. Safe word. If I die, it gives me a password and I come back at this elevator, right? Like you die and you come back to the entrance of whatever area you're in. That's how that works, right? A lot of people think DS9 didn't grow the beard until Cisco also literally grew a beard, but I think season 2 of that show is really strong. Okay, thanks for the confirmation. Llama, hi. We can do a save state here if we want. I don't really want or need a save state with 23 health. I feel like this is not the move to come down here. But maybe there's an upgrade down here that we want? Or were we closer to an upgrade back in Norfair? It would be nice to go out on an upgrade if we're close to one. You can answer that too. Safe word. This is conversational at the moment. I'll just leave... Okay. I'll write Ridley here. There was an upgrade you went past. Oh, okay. When you die, you go back to Super Metroid and forget your Metroid knowledge. No, I've come so far. I'm working through DS9 for the first time right now. I don't know why it was so hard for me to get into it, but it's really good. Ooh, nice. I'm glad you're liking it now. It's too bad it was hard to get into. You went into a room with Chozo music and then bailed? I walked in and then I turned around because there were scary enemies in there. Or it was just a statue and I walked away. Well, we can go back up and get an upgrade and then be done with it. Okay. I need seltzer. I like the elevator music. It's so, refreshing, encouraging. Oh, except I'm not gonna be able to get back up, am I? I don't have a good track record with this room. It's so refreshing to hear the same music repeating from, like, that the elevator music from NEStroid is carried forward all this way. Or whatever other tracks that we know and love. Oh, heck yeah. Good jumping. DS9 is probably my second fave show, despite not getting it as a kid. This room does not like me. Which room did I nope out of? I have to go through this whole hallway again, even though we got excellent RNG in here. I'm so sad. It looks like we did again. It looks like they're still not... The seahorses are still not spitting at me. Deep Space 9, yeah, not Dark Souls 9. Haha. I really should try to kill this enemy. Oh, nice. It took 2 bombs, though. Now I want to see a mashup, yeah. Some parody video, that would be pretty good fodder for one. Oop, I didn't get you. The space. BTTB emote is pretty funny. Okay, this room rules without the seahorses. I can handle it. I can stand right in front of them. Shouldn't be allowed. But I'm not gonna question it. Where was there a door in here that I noped out of? I am so confused. When did I nope out of an item room? I just blacked out because I was talking about Star Trek. This one. Oh, no. Okay. No. Let me in. No, this isn't it. Oh, yes it is. Okay. I noped out because I saw the seahorses even though they weren't spitting at me. I thought that they were gonna spit fire and I got scared. And they should have been spitting fire. Do, do, do. Do, do. I have no missiles. I only have 2. Oh, rip. This is unfortunate. Oh my god, what just happened? Can I kill these seahorses? If you're ever interested in behind-the-scenes Star Trek stuff, look up 50-year mission books. They cover everything from creation to early planning stages of discovery. They're amazing. Nice. I appreciate the tip. We have a whole Star Trek channel in the Discord now. So if anybody ever wants to talk about, you know, your favorite season or series or episode or whatever. Also, I've been finding myself using the Discord a lot on the days that I don't stream. I'm like, what stuff can I find to put in there and chat with people? And it's fun. I like sharing in there. You can't find a mashup of Star Trek and Dark Souls, but I did find one with Star Wars. Nice. I take it back. Someone modded the Batleth into Dark Souls. I'll take that as a victory. Thanks for the Discord link, Llama. I appreciate it. If you're not in there and you would like to be, we'd love to have you. So how likely is it that one of these hedgehogs will, oh my god, will drop missiles for me? This is terrible. I think I can make my password add additional missiles, but I can't regenerate right here in this room. I'm guessing this is gonna be the item room once we get through that door. I don't know. This is so unfortunate. Can I kill these with a missile? But then that's like against what we're trying to do. 4. Oh, are we stuck down here now? Oh no, we're good. Maybe. Time for dinner. What will it be today? Hi, Admiral. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you have a good dinner. Oh, I unfurled too quickly. What's over here? Any enemies that'll give me a missile? Oh, just a little hedgehog? No, one of these things. Boo. No. I'm gonna die! Don't hit me through the door transition! I was just trying to pick up a missile. Oh, this is such a struggle. Every time we get the little explodey, like, I always feel like the bombs are hurting Samus more than the enemy itself, you know? Missile! But now I have to get back through that room. Don't hit me through the door transition, a real human feeling. Join the Discord, look for me. Same icon, nice, welcome Mr. L. Glad to have you in there. If the mods can give you a Discord permission, that would be great. Otherwise, I can do it right after stream. Oh god, this is so dicey. Chozo room. Yes! With 10 health. Ooh, high jump boots. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Wow. Where can I get my next E-tank? That would be nice. The seahorses have real lurk energy to them. Oh no. Oh, I think this is okay. James, welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, we're still rocking the wig today. It's been fun. Do I want to be in here? No, I remember this room! But if I die, do we get to keep the high jump boots? We just have to use the password, right? It's okay. It's okay if we die. We'll come back with more health. Okay, cool. We keep boots, yes. And we go back to the elevator at the top of Norfair. Safe word. The boots are yours forever. Nice boots. Cool boots. I want to make some... and playing this, I feel like the Justin Bailey suit looks red to me still. But I see a lot of versions of her with like a pinkish red suit. It would be cool to make matching pink and green boots. Boots are made for walking. You see magenta? I see a lot of magenta in people cosplaying it. But I really like the red leotard that I bought for it. Okay, password time. Here, I'll put it down here on top of this old one. New password. 00X J S O or 0, all of them are zeros. Unless they have the dot in the middle. WZ U 000 4Y RW 9A. That's a 9. 9 0 0 0. What is that, an E? A lowercase e? D. Okay. Look awesome in the Bailey suit. I had it on Monday. There are pictures of it on my fan house as well. We did the whole cosplay. It was really fun. See pink? Alright, well, I used red. I hope that's alright. I can do a filter over it. It is a lowercase L. I was wondering. I figured I'd be able to tell once we got back to the password screen that it was not an E and I would see the two next to each other. I do like that song. The boot song. Save your progress. Sure. But does this take us back to Norfair? Yes. Speaking of fan house, I can do that really quick. If you want to see some of the Justin Bailey pictures, there will be more. I'm not done uploading. It's a fun one. And there's also the Zero mission, or the Zero suit. There is Trace from when we did Axiom Verge. There is a little bit of Luca. the original Samus cosplay, which is like the casual, comfy Samus. All the cosplays, yeah, that's where they all live. Iris, what? That's too many. Oh, I think I know what that is, but Ridley cosplay when, yeah. Alright, friends. We did it. We got the boots.